very foggy morning here in Yerevan, Armenia. After spending a few days in the apartment, Boris and I decided to explore more beautiful places. Our first stop is Lovers Park. It is located on Baghramyan Avenue in the central Crenton area of the city. In the 18th century, it was known as Crosen Park, and after that, it became known as Lovers Park because since the 20th century, the park has been the favorite meeting place for many couples. It was the end of autumn. Lawns and paths are covered with yellow and orange leaves. I think it's beautiful. I experienced a new season for the first time, other than the summer and rainy season in the Philippines. Many things for me are strange, but fascinating. After our short walk through the park, we decided to go to Republic Square. It is called the architectural highlight of Yerevan. We do not yet know how it is more convenient to move around Yerevan by public transportation, so we traveled by metro or on foot.
It's cold.
Cold?
Republic Square is a central city square in the capital of Armenia. It consists of two parts, an oval ring and a trapezoidal one, in which there is a pool with musical fountains. The square is surrounded by 5 large buildings built of pink and yellow tuff in a neoclassical style. The facades are decorated with stone carvings using Armenian motifs. We just walk and admire the beautiful architecture. I am still worried about the cold. I often say that my face is freezing.
This is our life here in Armenia. Always very cold every day.
While walking, we were approached by a woman who sells handmade socks. Interestingly, she asked me if I am a Filipina and proceeded to tell us about her products. We wanted to buy socks but couldn't find a size for me, so we said thank you and move on. Not far from the Republic Square, there is a large market called Venezage. Here, Armenian artists display and offer works of art and other handicrafts. The name of the market comes from a French word, Venezage. There are many borrowed French words in Armenian language. For example, here you can often hear the word merci as Armenian thank you. The Venezage has many works of art and paintings by local artists. The paintings mainly depict beautiful landscapes, flowers, pomegranates, Armenian traditions and culture, as well as Mount Ararat in different seasons. In addition, there are traditional carpets, carved wood, antiques, books, jewelry, musical instruments, and ceramics. Many items are handmade. Armenians are very talented and hardworking. Therefore, many of them achieve great personal success in other countries. Many Armenians who have gained worldwide fame. For example, the legendary French chansonnier and actor Charles Aznavour, Ivan Vasabsky, one of the greatest artists of the 19th century and the most famous marine painter in history, Garry Kasparov, world chess champion for 15 years in a row, and many other famous names of Armenian origin. Walking between the rows for a while, I noticed a woman selling knitted toys. I always wanted to learn how to crochet too. We bought a small toy and I named it Bunny. I am very happy and can't stop thanking my boy for this gift.
Very cute.
Simple things makes me happy.
It's my friend.
Say hi.
Say hi. Hi.
We continue to walk around the Venezage and admire the ancient and modern works of art. We decided that we would definitely come back here again to buy gifts for family and friends. It is interesting to watch how the sellers play backgammon. Backgammon is one of the oldest games in the world. A backgammon-like game was played in ancient Rome in the 3rd millennium BC. For Armenians, backgammon is not just for entertainment, but a kind of self-expression. Flexibility of the mind and ability to quickly navigate are valued in this logic game. There was a time when almost everyone played backgammon in Armenia, from young to old. Nonetheless, the middle generation and older people still have not forgotten about the once most popular board game in the country.
What is it?
It's a mirror.
Before heading home, we decided to find a cafe where we could eat hot soup and warm up a bit. Near the metro station, we found a small cafe called Tavern. The interior is cozy and romantic. We ordered Yerevan soup, grilled pork cutlets, and compot. The soup contains various vegetables and piece of lamb. It tastes slightly sour and spicy. It reminds me of a Filipino dish called sinigang. It is a sour soup with meat or fish. Grilled pork is also delicious. It is better to eat it with lavash. This is a thin flatbread common in the cuisines of the South Caucasus and Western Asia. The next day, we decided to take a short walk to one of the bridges near our apartment. The Tavern Bridge across the gorge of the Hrazdan River connects the city center with the Tavern district. In the Middle Ages, small economic enterprises for the processing of rice and cotton operated in Hrazdan Gorge. In the 19th century, in the general plans of the city, the Hrazdan Gorge was preserved as a natural green area for recreation and entertainment. This approach continued under the Soviet regime. On holidays, Yerevan residents came here with their families. Fleeing from the summer heat, they descended into the gorge, spread their blankets on the green banks of the river, ate and played, relaxed, and enjoyed the nature. The next day, we again went to Rasdan Gorge. We have chosen a different place on the map and are trying to find a shortcut through the narrow Armenian streets lined with grapes. Sometimes, curious Armenian cats look out at us from behind the fences. We are also enjoying sunny weather today after the cold, foggy days. Boris and I have already fallen in love with Yerevan, with its hospitable people, delicious food, beautiful nature and architecture. But most importantly, Armenia gave us the opportunity to be together, and we will always be grateful to this country for this.
Kaginaw, kaginaw. My hand is freezing. And my face is freezing.
We continue to explore Yerevan. The big Hrazdan Bridge is also known as Kievan Bridge. It was built in the 60s and at that time was one of the largest in Europe. The first attempt to build the bridge ended in tragedy. The bolts could not withstand the loads and the structure collapsed. Several dozen people died. To test the second design, many trucks loaded with heavy stone were put on the bridge. Engineers measured the deflection of the bridge under the load, and creation of the architect Grigory Aghababian adorned the Armenian capital. Near the bridge is the park of the poet Havanes Tomanyan. From here, you can see a beautiful view of the Rasdan Bridge. There are picnic tables, swings, and playgrounds for children. I like the swing. I laugh and rejoices like a child, and my boyfriend is happy too. After walking through the park, we headed to the Crenton Sports Complex. Boris wanted me to try ice skating, but it turned out that the rental of skates does not work. Instead, we decided to visit the memorial park near this sports complex. This memorial park is dedicated to the victims of the Armenian genocide of 1915. Is considered one of the most visited places in Yerevan. The memorial was built to commemorate the 1.5 million Armenians who died during the first genocide of the 20th century by the Turkish government. Every year on April 24, thousands of Armenians gathered at the memorial to commemorate the victims of the genocide. The next attraction we will visit is Victory Park. We decided that today I will be the host and the operator, and Boris will help me. I have been trying to start my vlog for some time now, but it's not taking seriously yet.
Oh, chunky. In it. Ah.
You can tell him about.
This is my first, no, not first time, second time trying to vlog, but the first time is not very good because I look very chunky, like my boyfriend said, because the angle of the camera is not right.
How you made?
Yeah,
canvas?
like this. I was like this, and then he said, "You look very chunky." Okay, so like, okay, I guess now.
You're
And
beautiful, not chunky.
it's still very chunky. Okay, so now we are here at the, what is it, baby? Victory Park from end of World War II.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I said it right. And the view is a little sad because
It is like a statue, yeah, statue.
It is a statue. What are you
Statue
doing?
like Mother Armenia.
Mother Armenia.
In general, we realize that we still have something to work on. Without preparation, blogging and telling something on the camera is not very successful for us yet. Let's go back to the old format and find out about the history of the place where we are now. Many sculptures depicting the motherland in their creations exalted the woman. The Mother Armenia monument is no exception. It represents a mother who holds a scabbard in one hand and puts a sword into it with the other. Mother Armenia is a female personification of Armenia. Her prototype was a 17-year-old girl. Author Ara Harutyunyan met her at a store and persuaded her to pose for the sculpture. The statue was erected in 1967 in honor of the victory of the Soviet Union in the Great Patriotic War. Its height is 22 meters. The total height of the monument is 54 meters including the pedestal. The statue is made of chased copper, and the pedestal is finished with black Armenian tuff and basalt. Inside is a museum with large halls, but completely without windows. Mother Armenian high hill overlooking Yerevan looks like the guard of the Armenian capital. She stands in the pose of a defender, not an aggressor, so little Armenia does not attack, but shows that she is ready to defend herself. Boris and I admired the view from the observation deck, looking at the military equipment from the Second World War, and returned to the apartment. In the morning, we will go on our new excursion to interesting places in Yerevan. One of the main attractions of Yerevan is the Yerevan Zoo. It was founded in 1940, and in those years, it occupied an area of 3 hectares. The number of animals and birds in it constantly grew, and the area expanded. Currently, the zoo is spread over an area of 35 hectares. More than 200 species of animals live here permanently. There are also rare species that are bred here to prevent their extinction in the wild. Some of them are listed in the Red Book of Armenia. We walk and admire different animals, most of which I saw for the first time. made a friend here, a pony, named Barmalay.
I want pony. Baby, you need to get me.
Barmalay was my favorite animal in the entire zoo until I saw the cats. I love cats, and if I could bring these wild cats home, I certainly would. The weather in Armenia is getting colder. Frost has already appeared on the grass and fallen leaves. I thought it was snow. Boris explained to me that it was not snow, but frost, and that it appeared at night because of the low temperature. Hoarfrost is the new discovery for me. I even wanted to taste it. A joke, obviously. My boyfriend said that I am a very funny girl.
Bye.
Having studied almost the entire zoo, we went to the terrarium. Here you can see different kinds of amphibians. I didn't really like this part of the zoo because I am afraid of snakes. I was bitten by snakes when I was a child, and it was traumatic for me. But besides the snake in the terrarium, there are also turtles, iguanas, and different types of fish. We enjoyed our adventure today very much and went home satisfied. Boris' birthday has come. Before we met in real life, we always talk about how we would celebrate the holidays together. Previously, we could only congratulate each other on a video call, and therefore, I am very happy that we are together on his special day. We bought different cakes and roasted chicken. We had simple but fun holiday, just like we dreamed. And now friends, I will tell you an unusual story of my acquaintance with Boria and about the gift that he prepared for me in advance. Let's fast forward to one of the Kuban villages. More than 100 years ago, the Kazakh Ataman Grigory Kochubey built his house, which the Cossacks called a hut. When he began to build a hut, he put 2 coins into the foundation according to folk traditions. These coins were supposed to bring happiness to the house. The Ataman's hut stood for 100 years. There, Boria was born and raised. He learned the history of this house and place and wanted to make a museum there. When he was restoring the hut, he found these old coins. He found 1 coin in the front main corner of the hut. This is a solid, secure angle. He held the hut even when 2 tank shells hit it during the Second World War. This was a coin from 1892. We found the second coin in the foundation of stove. This stove created comfort for the whole family. This was a coin from 1904. When he was restoring this old Cossack hut, Alexei from Krasnodar, who was also fond of history, found out about it. Thanks to the hut, they became friends and he told Boria about the Philippines. By that time, he already understood that initiatives related to history and culture in Russia were not in demand and hopeless, and he wanted to move to some other country. But he continued to restore the hut and create a museum in order to finish the work that he started. Sometimes, he read about the Philippines and learned something new, and one day, he met a Filipino girl, me. We started talking and soon fell in love with each other. 100 years ago, Ataman Kochubey began to build a hut. After that, there were many different events that helped Boria and me find each other in this world. Boria told me about this story and added, I want to make 2 rings out of these coins for you and me. The coin that I found at the base of the hut is 12 years older than the other coin that I found under the stove. It's like a symbol. I am 12 years older than you. I will wear a coin ring that lay in a strong corner of the hut. And you will wear a coin ring that was under the stove that fed and warmed the whole house. This is also very symbolic for our future family. I've never made rings like this before, but I'll try, my baby. And I answered him, "That's very beautiful, my love. It's amazing how you figure it out and how it all connects. You surprise me every time. I will be glad that we will have such rings because they have history and they are very special. I am very happy, my love. Thank you. I am very happy to be with you." When Boris made these rings, he made a little mistake with the size of a ring for me. So in Armenia, we went to a jewelry workshop to fit the ring to the size of my ring finger.
Я полировку не сделаю, тут старый не видно.
Да, тут старая медь тоже будет. О, очень хорошо, да.
We have been in Yerevan for several weeks now. I did not receive my apostilles somewhere in the Philippines, so we are waiting for my mother to send it to us. When we received this document, we proceeded to register our marriage at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. For this, only our foreign passport, a certificate of absence of marriage, and the translation of all these documents into Armenian were needed. Surprisingly, we did not have to pay for marriage registration. We only pay for notary services and translation of our documents. Registration of marriage in Armenia is very fast. Today, we are submitting documents, and tomorrow, we will receive our marriage certificate. Before heading home, Boris took me to the ice skating rink to try ice skating for the first time. At first, I hesitated and was nervous, but after a while I agreed to try.
I'm shaking.
It was very interesting for him to watch me try my best not to fall. But in the end, we fell together and laughed about it. Now I just stood on the edge and holds onto the railing while he teaches me how to skate.
Very nice experience
Very nice
here
experience.
in Armenia. Whoa. Balance, Darlene. Balance.
We paid for 1 hour and left with a smile on our faces and new experiences for his future wife. The next day, we returned to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to collect the marriage certificate. We arrived too early and decided to take a little walk in the nearby park. It was a beautiful morning. Finally, the moment that we have been waiting for has arrived. We are now officially husband and wife. We are very happy that our patience and love for each other is stronger than distance. We are also grateful to the people who believe in us, supported, and helped us to be together. After we took the marriage certificate, we translated it into English, then gave the documents to the agency where our certificate will be apostilled. In the evening, we went to the cafe to celebrate our special day. We ordered a bunch of salads, cheese platters, shish kebab, traditional Armenian hash, and of course, a bottle of champagne. The cozy atmosphere and delicious food were perfect for our mood and holiday. We put on each other's wedding ring as a symbol of our love and continue to enjoy fine Armenian food and talk about our future.
I love you more. It is national, what is it, food? Hash, yeah, Armenian. This food made one day and one night. Yeah, it's so very long. And we have to put it, this garlic, half you, half me. And it is not all. Take this vertical, yeah, and you have to make like so, yeah, in this. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And again, all.
Oh.
All. Okay, and what is it? Mix.
Mix.
Yeah. Yes.
On the way home, my husband bought red roses for me. Finally, I can replace the flowers that he gave me on the first day of our meeting. But I told him that I didn't want to throw them away because it was the first time that I had been given flowers and they were from him, so it was very special. I will keep them even if they are already withered. I am very happy. I always appreciate everything he does for me. In the next episode, we will get a visa for me to go to Russia and meet new friends here in Armenia.
It tastes like nothing. Maybe it tastes like water. I don't know.